Yeah, I'm good. Um, Girl, I couldn't sleep because I was too busy being nosy. Yeah, it has been confirmed by, I guess, one of his really good friends, somebody named Anton that does YouTube with him. It has been confirmed by him. Um, he came on YouTube and made a video and he was crying, and I guess they're friends because he was like, I have his personal number. We've been friends for a while. We travel together. I don't know this dude. I don't know how close him and Kevin are, but I don't think that another man will come on live crying if it was a hoax. I just don't see another man, like making that kind of stuff up. And on top of that, his frat brothers, his fraternity released a statement. I can't find it anywhere, but his fraternity released a statement and said that basically condolences to the family. If you don't know what's going on, Kevin Samuels, who is a was a self-proclaimed relationship guru, um has passed away, and he has a very bad, he has just a very negative, um it's just this cloud over him. Of course, there are a lot of men who, agreed with the way he talked about women, and then there were a lot of people who didn't. And so, feelings are mixed. Of course, I don't want to see anybody pass away, but he is a person that I, you know, I would never go to his channel and watch his videos. Like if if he made the shade room, or if somebody that I know posted a clip of his or something, I will watch it. But as far as going to his channel, going to like his YouTube channel and watching him myself, no, he was not the type of person that I will watch, because his content, to me, even if some of the stuff he said made a semblance of sense, it was the way he said it. It was, it wasn't the message, it was the messenger. So, I didn't keep up with him like that. And I'm not one of those people that's going to be like, "Oh, I'm glad he dead." No, I would never say that about anybody, because this man has family. I don't know if his parents are still alive, but I know he has like ex-wives, and I think he has kids or a child or something. And I would never say that. I don't care how much I dislike the things that he may have said or the way that he carried himself. I'm never going to say that I'm glad that he's deceased. That's rude. I can separate what the person says from the actual person. And plus, I don't know Kevin personally. None of us do. What if that was just a persona for him to, get money on YouTube and or social media? That was just his grind, and he really didn't even feel like that. Like, we don't know, like, we don't know him. Hey everybody, Lady Hathor said, yeah, he wasn't seen in a positive light to a lot of people. It's unfortunate. My condolences, even though I wasn't a fan. A lot of things he said. Yeah, I did not agree with a lot of stuff that he said, but I mean, he still, at the end of the day, He's a human. He's someone's child. He's someone's brother. He's someone's father. He's someone's ex-husband. He's someone's friend. You know what I mean? So we still have to take that into consideration. They're saying the cause of death was cardiac arrest. That's what is being said, but an official um cause of death and an official statement from the family has not been made yet. So, you know, we're not we don't know. Well, if that's what you believe, Blue True said Kevin said, and put it in, screened it, put it in capital so we could all see this. Kevin Samuels is a gentleman and spoke the truth. God bless him always. Everybody's truth is different. Your truth is different from my truth, and my truth is different from your truth. So, you know, hey, feel how feel how you feel. Who am I to tell somebody that? Because I don't know the man. All I know is the bits and pieces that I saw on social media. And I've read the accounts from Black Twitter, and it ain't good. It's not good. So it is what it is. Chester M said he was a terrible man who destroyed countless women's self-esteem. I'm not acting like he was some hero because he's dead. We're all gonna die, nothing special. We all gonna leave here, that's for sure. That is definitely for sure. And the thing is, a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, was really hurt by Kevin Samuels because unfortunately her husband was like, you know, believing some of that ignorance that Kevin Samuels was saying, and it started to bleed over in their marriage. And she asked me, had I ever heard of him? And I was like, yeah, I heard of him, but I don't watch him because I didn't heard how he can get down with women. And so she was telling me, how her husband had, started listening to him and repeating a lot of his rhetoric. And it was extremely hurtful to her. Like Samuels was not like Les Brown or TD Jakes. Like, the stuff that he was saying was not uplifting. So I'm not going to, yeah, I'm not saying he was a hero and we have to, but I'm saying that I'm not going to disrespect him in his death. I'm never going to say, I'm glad he's dead, or this is what happened when you do thus and so, because it's not for me to say that. That's my point. See, when you purposely think you're getting away with coming up off the backs and hurt of Black women was the issue. This is not the climate to have a dirty heart, Big Mama in the house. It's not. But what is as bad is Kevin Samuels is gone, but someone else is going to pick up that torch because there were a lot of men that was on his side. Like, yes, you are telling the truth. You are the truth. Like, they was calling him Godfather and all of this. There are a lot of men who believe that crazy stuff. So he done laid the baton down, and some other person is going to pick it up because there were a lot of men emulating Kevin Samuel's style because he had gotten so big. So there were other guys who were like, "Oh, well, if he can do it, if he making money, let me do it too." Because some I was watching somebody's channel, and they said Kevin Samuels used to watch what is that dude name on YouTube? This other black guy that be talking crazy about black women. They said he used to watch him, and then he got big. Hey Naya, Chester said, "Let me pick up the torch. I got plenty of suits. I'll get on camera and uplift black women." Hey, do that. Do that. Put you a nice suit on. Go in and get your beard trimmed up, your hair cut nice. Because women fall for that. Women love a man in a nice suit. Now that's one thing. Kevin did look nice. Like Tommy Sotomayor. Everybody was saying that Kevin Samuels was a more polished Tommy Sotomayor. He just looked better on the outside. Cause he did. I mean, he was a nice looking, you know. Not every time I saw him, he was suited. And when I say nice looking, I don't mean like, oh God, he was so attractive. I mean, he would be suited, clean cut. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not, because he is nowhere near my type. But he would look nice. He would have on, his attire would be nice, and he seemed to be extremely articulate. I mean, something drew people to him because it wasn't just men that watched him, it was women also. Women called into his show to be disrespected and degraded. You can't blame him for that. He wasn't knocking on these people's doors and catching them off guard. They called him. So that says something about the person that was doing the calling, because they knew when they called him he was gonna act a fool. So you can't blame him for all of that, because why would you call? Why would you even put yourself in a position to be disrespected? Like, I wouldn't call him, and I'm married. I wouldn't call him for him to be like, well, who married you? And your no, I wouldn't even put myself in that position. Lady Hathor said, I was just thinking about Tommy Sotomayor. I don't mean no harm, but I was just thinking if the same thing would happen to him too. Yeah, he was very sophisticated and well spoken. He could have spread. He really could have. Because he really seemed like he was articulate. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he went to college if he had frat brothers. He was part of a fraternity. I forgot which one it was, but it was one. So he does have frat brothers. So that does mean that he obviously went to college. I mean, he sounds college educated. I don't want all these goofies to think a nice suit and a nice haircut is all men need to be high. No, 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 no. You got to have more than just a nice suit and a nice lineup and a nice haircut. And you have to be more than college educated, because this man was college educated. He had all the things on the outside, but it just seemed like on the inside, some things were there was a disconnect there. Either he was a Kappa. Okay. Either he had some mommy issues or something. I don't. I don't know what was going on in his life. I think he had 2 ex-wives. And, after sometimes after your first divorce, there is a lot of animosity. And if he didn't heal from his first trauma, because divorce is a trauma. So if he hadn't healed from the first one and then got married again and that second one didn't work, so you got a man that's got double trauma going on. And we're not even going to talk about his childhood trauma. We don't know what happened to him as a child, as a teenager, as an adult in both of those failed marriages. God is wisdom, stop it. She said, now his legs was definitely crossed a lot, but it ain't my business. It ain't mine either, girl. It ain't mine either. So I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure by tomorrow, there should be a statement from the family or something other than just from friends. Because does this guy that was online crying, was he really his friend? I don't know. Hold on, y'all. Let me look and see, does this guy have videos? Because he said that I watched the guy's video. So his name is Anton Daniels. So his video says Kevin Samuels was a real friend and showed me a lot of love. Did a lot in his short time here. So at the end of his video, he um he was crying. He was crying tears. So I don't know. I'm looking to see if he has any videos on his channel with Kevin, because he said that him and Kevin, he never asked Kevin to come on his channel, but Kevin would come on the channel and Kevin would encourage him to, be out here grinding and take care of his business and, doing what he had to do. Like, I ain't never heard of this dude, but like I said, I didn't follow Kevin Samuels like that. So there would be no reason for me to know this person because I didn't follow Kevin. And I don't see no videos. I don't see any videos that he made. Um, like I don't see where he put Kevin in his thumbnail or anything. So I don't know. I don't know this dude. But it looks like it's true. There are people saying that one lady said that her husband was one of the police officers who secured the apartment while they were waiting for the coroner to come, and he did confirm that it was Kevin that was deceased. So I guess Kevin died at the apartment, like from the way it sounds, he didn't even make it to the hospital. And sometimes that's what happens when people have um very severe cardiac episodes. If his heart stopped and there was no one there doing CPR or attempting CPR or anything, by the time the fire department gets there, it's nothing that they can do. And I know that people were calling. Yeah, I don't see any videos with And I've went back 6 months, and I don't see any videos um where he put Kevin in his thumbnail. But in that video that he made today, he talked about them going on trips together and them being really good friends. So I don't know. Chester said, I wonder how long he was dead before he was discovered. Is no idea. But it don't take long to have a heart attack. You know what I mean? And if there is no one there, even if there's someone there, you have a heart attack, you can still die. Even if it's somebody there, you can see it's still no guarantee 100% if someone is there that you're going to survive a massive heart attack. My pastor had been complaining of chest pains for, so let's see. I think he said the chest pain started Wednesday. Wednesday. Uh and he ignored them. He was, busy. We were at prayer meeting that day. Thursday, he rested. Uh, Thursday and Friday, he rested. Saturday, he got up and was moving around. Sunday, he came to church and preached. Monday, and Sunday, he was complaining. He was saying that, he was still having these chest pains. He didn't know if it was indigestion. And we were telling him after service to please just go by the hospital, go, to the ER and get checked out. And he was like, yeah, I will, I will. And Monday, they called me and said, come up to the hospital. Pastor just died. And I was like, what? And they were like, yes, just get here. And when I got to the hospital, he was gone. They said that just collapsed at home. His wife called the ambulance. They worked on him at the house. He was alive then. They did get him to the hospital, and I think he flatlined in the ambulance. They were working on him, working on him, working on him. They get to the hospital, and not too long after he was there, they called it. And he had been, so that was Wednesday, I think he started having chest pains, and by Monday he was gone. And he was in his 40s, overweight, diabetic, and he had a massive heart attack and died. So it don't take long. And we don't know if Kevin had been having chest pains, or because men do cover shit up. Men don't complain. They have that mentality that they have to keep going, which is the wrong mentality. If you're feeling any way different than how you normally feel, get it checked out. Especially if you have health insurance, there is no reason for you not to get it checked out. I'm double covered. I have my own health insurance and I have my husband's, and they combine the two. If I get a hangnail that don't heal right, I'm going to get it looked at because I don't have a copay or nothing. There's no reason for me not to be seen. I know my doctor hate me and I don't care because if anything go wrong, I'm shooting him an email. Hey, this is Miss Brown. This is what's going on. This is how I'm feeling. I need you to do this. Okay, Miss Brown, that's what I pay for. I'm going to get it checked out. If anything ever happens to me, you will best believe I knew I had it. It ain't just gonna slip up on me. Because if I'm feeling any kind of way outside of how I normally feel, I'm going to go get it checked out. And we as black people need to start, especially black men. Y'all need to stop ignoring shit. You need to get your regular test. You need to get your checkup every year. You need to get your blood work done at least once a year. Get your blood pressure checked, get your sugar checked, especially after a certain age. And I'm not saying healthy people have heart attacks too, because that's what people will say. Well, he wasn't overweight. I don't think he had diabetes, but someone said that he's a cancer survivor. I don't know what type of cancer, he had. I don't know what type of treatment, he had to go through to survive, but yeah, I heard he did have some um medical conditions. So y'all men out there, stop ignoring your health, you know? And it don't matter if you skinny, whatever. Skinny people can have a heart attack too. All of that. Only fat people have heart attacks. You having a heart attack because you got all that fat around your heart. No, skinny people can have heart attacks too. Skinny people can have diabetes. Skinny people can have high blood pressure. White people have high blood pressure. Asian people have high blood pressure. You know what's crazy is I belong to a high blood pressure group on Facebook. There are more Caucasian people in that group than there are African American. I didn't realize as that many white people had high blood pressure. High blood pressure does not discriminate. But they'll make you believe that only fat black people have high blood pressure. High blood pressure is across the board. Asian, white, Hispanic, it don't matter. We all got it. Shit. And I don't have diabetes. I just want to throw that in there. Because people be quick to say, I bet you she got diabetes. She fat. Y'all be quick to say that shit. I don't have diabetes. There's nothing wrong with my sugar. I get my A1C checked every year. Now that's one thing about me. I'm gonna know what's wrong with me and what ain't. I get my A1C checked once a year because I'm 57 years old and I don't want diabetes to sneak up on my ass. So I keep my A1C at a decent level. The things that's wrong with me, I do know. And believe it or not, I do take care of it. I really believe that the only reason why I'm this much overweight is because, I have nothing. My thyroid is gone. I don't have one. And I just believe that synthetic thyroid medication is only going to help your body so much. I don't have a thyroid at all. And I only have a portion of my parathyroid because when they removed my thyroid, the tumor was so large that it went into my vocal cords. It was connected to of course, it was connected to the thyroid and it was connected to a portion of the parathyroid, but they didn't know how much of the parathyroid was affected until they actually went in there to look and see. They didn't know what the damage was. That's why, I have made videos to Tasty Talks here on YouTube because her goiter is so large. And a lot of people don't don't realize just because you see the goiter sticking out this way, it's going in the opposite direction also. Your goiter don't just grow out, it can grow back. It can affect your esophagus, your vocal cords, your parathyroid. And I don't think that she understands that because her goiter is huge. My goiter had affected my had scarred my vocal cord. When they went in to remove the tumor, they had to scrape it off of my vocal cord, which left my a scar, a polyp on my vocal cord. If you go back and look at any of my older videos, you will hear the damage in my voice. So I had to, a couple of years ago, have a surgery where they went in and removed the polyp from my vocal cord, praying that it would heal after they removed that polyp, because the polyp was so large that my vocal cords, when you talk, your vocal cords go like this, and they supposed to close completely. Well, mine wasn't closing because it was a scar tissue polyp thing right there. So it was keeping it from closing. So this air was coming in, and when I talked, my voice sound really raspy. So I had to have another surgery for them to remove it. And they weren't sure that when they removed it, it was even going to heal correctly for my normal voice to come back. After that surgery, I couldn't talk for 6 weeks. I had to, for the first 2 weeks, I couldn't say anything. I wasn't supposed to open my mouth at all. And then I was to whisper at first. I had to whisper for 4 weeks. And then after that, I could talk. And I had to go back and they put a camera down your nose to down your throat to look at your vocal cords. You have to talk, and then they want to make sure that it closes, and it did. So, having a tumor on your thyroid is no joke. And when I see people not taking it serious because I've been through it and I know how bad it can be, it just makes me just like, why? Why are you doing that? When it's something that can be fixed. Like that tumor is not going to go away taking pills or eating roots. It's just not going to go away. So, I get really sad when I see people not taking care of their health, especially not taking care of something that can be fixed. Now, yeah, for the rest of my life, I will have to take synthetic thyroid medication, but I'd rather do that than have a tumor that's going to be growing for the rest of my life. So you got to take care of yourself. You have to know what is going on with your body. Heart attacks can come from a lot of stuff. They can come from stress, they can come from, it could be a birth defect. It can be a lot of things. A lot of things. So if that is what happened, Moth Mother said my grandmas both died from heart attacks. And heart problems do run in some people's family, you know. So um we don't know for sure. I'm pretty sure that the family will probably release a statement and say what happened. Probably by tomorrow. They'll release a statement and say Um, because people are talking about it so much that I'm pretty sure they're going to. I'm just surprised that the Shade Room still hasn't said anything because I'm pretty, and he's made the Shade Room a few times. He's made the Shade Room. He's been on the Shade Room. So like I'm not really surprised that TMZ hasn't said anything because I don't think he was like TMZ worthy. But the Shade Room, yeah. Cause somebody was like, I was on Andrew Caldwell's Facebook page, and somebody was like, well, CNN ain't said nothing. I was like, come on now. Now CNN ain't gonna say nothing about no Kevin Samuels. You know they not. Is it is possible that you can have a heart attack and not know that you have one. It is a small one, not a large one. If you had a major one, you gonna know. But it is possible to have had a small heart attack and not know it, because that's what happened to my pastor. They said he had a small heart attack. He probably Wednesday he was having a heart attack then, and it was small, and he didn't know it. He probably took an aspirin or something and felt better, and it just kept getting worse and worse until that Monday morning he had a massive heart attack and it killed him. They're probably waiting for more confirmation. They don't want to be like Hollywood Unlocked. They report. I don't know why anybody with any level of intelligence would report that Queen Elizabeth was dead without the UK or the British people. They have a whole entire protocol for the Queen's death. They they said, I was watching this documentary, and they said that the news station, they have their clothes in a closet that they're going to put on. They have special outfits that they have to put on when the queen passes. They said that the news station is going to go black, and it's going to give the news reporters a chance to go change their clothes. They have a special attire that they have to wear. And then they're going to come back on, and they have a whole script that they have to go through. It's so many days of mourning. They got to change the colors, the background, the backdrop for the news station, and everything. And then these stupid people going to come on and say the queen was dead, when it's a whole protocol that they have to go through. Hey, Casey, it's a whole protocol that they have to go through when the queen go to glory. She got so much pomp and circumstance. They gonna do all kind of stuff for her. I mean, people gonna get to go home early. You don't have to come to work, and shops gonna close down, and the trains and all that, the planes, trains, and automobiles is gonna stop. The horses is gonna be saluting. It's gonna be all kind of shit for the queen. Yeah, the royal family is they gonna be coming from everywhere. They gonna be scrambling, trying to get the royal family because they all gonna have to meet here, and they got to dress the queen. And I think she got like 4 or 5 outfit changes. Child, it's gonna be a mess, and I'm gonna be here for it. I'm gonna be right here watching because they do a lot. They gonna have to take her from Buckingham Palace to the church, and she gonna have to lay in state, and it's gonna be people standing over her, and they got to polish her crown, and she gonna change crowns 3 or 4 times, oh, it's a lot. I know when they finally put her in the ground or wherever they gonna put her, she gonna be tired as hell because they gonna drag her body all over the UK. Do you hear me? Because the day of her funeral, she gonna go from the church back to Buckingham Palace. She gonna go from Buckingham Palace to church, back to Buckingham Palace, all through the city and shit. If she wasn't dead, she gonna be dead by the time all that shit is over. She gonna be like, God damn. She gonna be tired as hell. They gonna drag that woman all over the UK. They said the last service is just for the family. They gonna like she's gonna be pulled through the city by horses and a horse-drawn carriage, and then they're gonna go into where they're gonna bury her with the rest of her family in the vault and all that kind of stuff, and the family gonna be there, and they gonna let the people, you of course they can't get into where she at, but they gonna be standing outside wailing. It's gonna be weeping and gnashing of teeth. They gonna be throwing flowers, and people gonna be fainting. It's gonna be ambulances, and child, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot, child. They said they got like 9 days of mourning for her. So for 9 days, everything is gonna be shut down. Ain't gonna be no Popeyes, no McDonald's. They ain't gonna be frying no fish. They ain't gonna be doing nothing, child. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing. You can't get no tea and crumpets and them little cucumber sandwiches. None of that. You got to stay home and cry. And they said that the TV stations are going. They already have the stuff that they're gonna show for her. So you ain't gonna be able to watch none of your soap operas or nothing. You got to just sit there and watch the queen from birth to death. They got hours and hours and hours of documentaries about the queen. And so they better get ready because for 9 days they're gonna be talking about the queen from the time she came out her mama's womb to the time she go back to the Lord. And I'm here for it. I want to see it. No, she's not 100 yet. She in her 90s. Yeah, she's still alive. Child, the queen is still out here high stepping with her cute little hats and stuff and her little kitten heels with her grumpy looking her grumpy looking ass. She always look like something stank. And she mad at the world. That's probably that uh the royal, because they only have so many looks they can give. They can't be excited, and they have to she can't show no excitement and stuff. She always look mad. Look like she mad. But if you can't do anything, like you've never can you imagine living a life and you ain't never been to Target and you ain't never been to Michael's? You can't even go get Starbucks by yourself without, somebody looking at you and asking you if you okay. And oh, I'll go. After a while, I can imagine that gets on my nerves. I would be thoroughly irritated by people. So that's probably why she always looks so. And she probably got on like a girdle and like a petticoat and a slip. She probably hot. She hot. She got on a girdle. She got on stockings, and they probably all twisted around her knees and stuff. You know how them old people be wearing the stockings and it be a knot up there by right below the knee. They knocked the stocking down there to keep it from sliding down. She probably got them old lady stockings on, and they hot all that polyester rubbing up against her cootie cat and stuff. She probably grumpy. That's probably why she's so grumpy. Poor thing. Shit. I be grumpy too. I got on all that shit. She got on them polyester suits that had probably hot as hell. Poor thing. Now I feel sorry for her. Lord. Yeah, and she probably got on a bulletproof vest. They probably didn't put a bulletproof vest on her because everybody don't like her. So they probably got her. She probably got on some kind of armor. Girl, she got them thick ass polyester suits on, them little kitten heels, and Sunny go to meeting hats. I like her though. Don't get it twisted. I do like her. I really do. But I can't imagine, living a life where I can't even go outside, like outside in my backyard or to Starbucks or to Target or to Michael's or to Hobby Lobby. Do they have a Hobby Lobby in, big shoulder pads and stuff? And can you imagine sitting up? Because, they say she have tea at a certain time. Like, she them nasty cucumber sandwiches. She need to come over here. I fix her a real meal. She'll probably be happy as hell. I probably, girl, take off that polyester. Come on, let's go to Walmart. I'd be like, girl, I'll put a wig on you. Ain't nobody gonna know it's you. Come on, let's go to Walmart and get you some real clothes. She'll have a good time with me. Cause I be just took her to Starbucks and got her some caramel, what that thing, Frappuccino, and them little sandwiches that I like. I take her I take her to Popeyes. I bet you she ain't had no Popeyes chicken. She probably did have some old unseasoned chicken. Them. I watched this documentary when the UK first got Popeyes chicken. They almost lost their mind. They had not had chicken, pop fried chicken like Popeyes before. A lot of them had not seen chicken like that. So they had to lost their mind. They was like, the woman ate the spicy chicken. She about to die. She was literally about to have a heart attack and die. She was like, oh my God, it's so spicy. Like, how the Americans eat it? It's so spicy. But she was happy. I would take the queen. Me and her, we would go to Popeyes. I treat her just like she was one of my regular friends. I was like, come on, girl, let's go to Walmart. My husband take us to Walmart because I can't drive to Walmart. It's too much for me. So my husband would take us to Walmart. We'd be shopping. I be done put a wig on her, so would nobody know. I put a wig on her, some big old hoop earrings. Oh my God. Me and the queen would have a good time. Beautiful magic, it really wasn't. When I did finally get the Popeyes chicken sandwich, I was like, this is it. I wasn't impressed. I mean, it didn't taste any. I didn't get it. I didn't get what the hype was. It wasn't all that to me. It wasn't any different from who else talking about it, y'all? Oh, this pastor. This pastor. The untimely death of Kevin Samuels. Untimely. Well, I guess it is untimely because 50, I think they said he was 56. 56 is not that old because I'm 57. So 56 is not that old. It's not like he was in his 90s or 80s or something. Chester said, I think they changed the ingredients because I was addicted to those sandwiches at first. And see, I didn't get it the first go round because every time we would go to Popeyes, the line would be out the store parking lot, like wrapped around the block and stuff. And so we would just keep going. So we didn't get it until, you know, the hoopla had died down. And so by the time we got it, I wasn't impressed. I was just like, but I have to say though, I don't really like anyone's chicken sandwich. I'm not a chicken sandwich person, period. I love chicken. Now I love their just regular chicken, but chicken sandwiches, so one ain't good to me. I ain't really like it. But I heard somebody else say that too, Chester. I heard someone else say that it was different because remember, it was so many problems that Popeyes stopped. They closed down for like a minute, and then I heard people saying that when that the when they opened back up, the sandwiches were different, and I got the different. I didn't get the ones at first where people were legit acting like it was crack. I didn't get one of those. So, I don't know. So, Kevin gone, y'all. Look like Kevin gone. Child, look like Kevin went on to glory. Look like he did. I don't see nobody else talking about it, but because I'm pretty sure that now I don't have Twitter. I mean, I have it, but I don't feel like I don't have it on my iPhone. For whatever reason, my iPhone will not let me log into my Twitter, but my Android will. Just stupid. I don't understand why the two phones can't um sync up. But I'm not about to look on Twitter anyway because I heard they was going in on him on Twitter. Like Twitter, I heard that some of Black Twitter was just doing it. Yeah, I heard Black Twitter was it was some people over there. Oh, because okay, so I did get that one comment off of somebody posted off of Twitter where this guy says Kevin Samuels has made a career. This is Ernest Owens. I don't know who he is, but he said Kevin Samuels has made a career off of shamelessly disgracing Black women for profit. He emboldened the most toxic individuals to project tired and harmful narratives about Black women. Dead or alive, what a disgraceful life to live. That's all I've got for that misogynist. So yeah, I heard Black Twitter was ripping him to shreds. And this was when, it hadn't been confirmed. And I was talking to Phoenix, and I was like, if he ain't dead, if he reads some of that stuff that they wrote about him on Black Twitter, he is going to die. That shit gonna kill him. I I would not want to die and then read some of the stuff that people say about, like I don't want to die and people dislike me. Not like that. I don't want to hurt people to the point that when I die, they disrespect me. Like I just want to, if something happens, and I don't have no haters, right now. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh yeah, they hating on me. I got all these haters. No, I don't have any haters. Thank God. If I do, they're silent. But I don't want something to happen to me in, like it's just a split. If it's just one or two people that don't like me, I don't care. I want the majority of people to be like, no, I liked Omo Shun. She was a good person. Like, I may not have agreed with everything she said, but I really think she was coming from a good place. Like, I want that. I don't want it to be like she was this, like they doing Kevin, because it just seems like it's not a 50-50 split. It is really a lot of people that don't like him. Thank you, Silver Lotus. But I for a minute I had a few people that didn't like me. Like they legit didn't like me. Like was messaging me and emailing me, and I had a whole hate train for a minute. But thank God they died off or whatever. But yeah, I wouldn't want that. I really wouldn't. And I'm not the type of person to um like legit beat somebody after they're gone. Because it's nothing he can do now. You know what I mean? He gone. He can't defend himself. He can't right any wrongs or anything. It's too late. That's why you can't hurt people, because eventually you ain't gonna be here, and the people that you hurt are gonna have the ability to tear your ass to shreds. They will. Chester said, "Yeah, I was around that time you had beef with that dog shaver lady." Yeah, and then her people that wasn't even that bad. I had somebody that was worse than the dog shaver lady. That wasn't that bad because the dog shaver lady was about to get in some trouble because she made a threat that that's what pissed me off. It wasn't her subscribers, coming over calling me fat and ugly and N-word and all of that kind of stuff. It was the fact that she threatened to dox me and, release my address and stuff like that. That was what pissed me off. That was, when my husband stepped in and was like, I wish you would. I really do. I wish you would. So that's the kind of stuff, like, I don't care what you say, because it's words, but don't, you know, threaten to come to my house or, do anything like, involve my family or anything like that. Keep that bullshit with me because I'm the only person on the internet. Yeah, I do too. But at this point, I don't care. I don't. But it's some crazy people out here. And with Kevin, it's some people that were really hurt. Some of those women that came on his show were really hurt by some of the things that he said. Yeah. I mean, you know what? I haven't even looked back at that situation. I just dusted my feet and kept moving because whatever happened happened. That wasn't that wasn't my fight to it wasn't my fight to fight. So I let that go. But I'm the type of person that I'm only gonna go so far with you. You know what I mean? With people, if I make a video about another content creator, it's usually in love. If I make a video about something someone is doing, it's normally for a reason, unless I really just come out and tell you this some tea, or this some gossip or something like that is different. And even in that, I'm never going to come out and call another woman a bunch of bees, or call people out their name, or stupid, or anything like that. Even if they are doing something crazy, I'm still not going to be disrespectful. Like, it takes a lot to push me to a point where I'm going to be disrespectful online. For one thing, my family watch me, my grandkids watch me. The majority of my grandkids are old enough to, they know who I am at this point. I'm easy to find on social media, and I don't want to be on social media clowning, because these are things that I am trying to teach them not to do. So I don't want them to in turn see me doing it. Oh, well, you out here calling people bitches and hoes. Why can't he do it? No, I don't want to do that. So it will take a lot for me to um, you know, be on here just acting a fool. Yeah, I'm not shady like that. If I'm making a bit now, one content creator that I really could be shady is Adrian Slays, because like she legit be on here talking about her sister like a dog. If I wanted to be shady, she is one content creator that I could really talk about. But when I look at her situation, it's so much to unpack. I can't be shady with her, because if I make a video about her, it's gonna be a teaching moment. It's a lot of stuff about her, her sister Be Love, her brother. It's a lot of stuff that I could talk about them about. But it's not gonna be like, oh, I can't stand that BE, blah, 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 blah. No, it's gonna be real. Generational curses, childhood trauma. It's gonna be real. Oh, thank you, Moth Mama. I mean, I try to be honest. And then, I look at the fact that the majority of content creators that I'm probably going to be talking about are younger than me. So, as an elder, why wouldn't I be trying to say something to help them? I may talk about you, but in that talking about you, I'm gonna throw a lesson in there somewhere. I'm trying to help you. I'm not out here trying to just hurt people. Yes, Beloved has a sister. She has she has two sisters on YouTube now, and her brother Walt, and two other brothers. I think it's two other brothers. It's Walt, two other dudes, Adrian, and another younger sister that creates content. Adrian Slays is her sister. And then she has a brother and a sister that does content together. And then there's Walt. And then she has another brother who does content with his wife and children. So Be Love got a whole empire on YouTube, plus her two sons that create content. Crack sauce? They call him crack sauce? That's what they call Walt? I didn't know they called him crack sauce, child. She has to, I mean, that's her child at the end of the day. And I don't care how religious, how much you talk about God and how Christian you are, that's your child. That's her son. And they seem like they're really close. And when he first started, when I first started watching him, I was like, her son looks like he's kind of in the life. But it seemed like at first she was trying to ignore him. And then he started with the fingernail polish and the buying purses and stuff. And I was like, okay, he is trying his best to, tell his mother that he is there. And I think she is accepting of she probably doesn't want to say it because, her and her husband are portraying this whole Christian um lifestyle. And so she probably doesn't want to say it, but that's her child. And I know that there are a lot of Christians who are not accepting of their children's lifestyle when they come out. I know that that is a problem for a lot of people in the LGBT community, that their religious parents don't want to accept them. But I can tell that B Love loves that child. Yeah, yeah. I think yeah. I think she know. I mean, fingernail polish, getting his nails done, and for the girls, this is for the girls. The way he talk, and be throwing his hair and stuff. She ain't crazy. His mama ain't crazy. That's her child. She brought him in this world. She know him. She know him. Yeah. It and I really think she was doing that at first because she knew that she was going to get some pushback from some of her subscribers. I really do believe that. But I think she's at a point now where it is what it is. Yeah, she know. Now she is ditzy, but she know what's going on. And I was watching. I don't watch all of her videos either, but I was watching her video today because she was doing a workout, and she said that she has gained 40 pounds since she's been vegan. And I'm like, you're the only person I know as a vegan that has gained weight, because me and my husband were vegan for a year. I lost so much weight so fast that my hair started falling out. I lost 45 pounds so quick. Like, I don't know if I wasn't taking in enough calories or like what was going on, but the weight was just falling off of me. Even my family was like, okay, what is going on? Because I had lost a lot. I lost 45 pounds and it showed. Like, you legit could tell that I had lost weight. But I was, me and my husband together, once we, really set our minds to something, we both have that, fanatic type attitude when it comes to stuff, just real rigid and strict. And we were plant-based, whole food, plant-based vegans. We weren't eating you know, a lot of the packaged vegan foods and stuff. We weren't eating at vegan restaurants. Like, we did try a few things at vegan restaurants, but we kept it more plant-based. Like, we weren't eating a lot of fried tofu and burgers and bread and all of that kind of stuff. We kept the carbs very low, and we were eating fruits and vegetables. For a minute, I was on that raw diet, so I was like, I wasn't cooking any of the vegetables. I was eating everything raw. So I was eating raw vegetables, fruit, drinking smoothies, that kind of stuff all day long. Lost hella weight. But Be Love is eating a lot of bread, a lot of pasta, a lot of fried, you know, mock meat and stuff. Going to vegan restaurants. And that's why she gaining weight. That's exactly why she gaining weight. Because she's eating the wrong thing. She's eating the wrong stuff. Now she don't look bad to me. She don't to me. It doesn't. She said she gained either 40 or 45 pounds. And to me, it don't look like it. She don't, but I can't, I don't really know what she looked like before. Like I don't know how small she was because she showed her whole body today in the video. And she had on like a little workout top and some leggings or whatever. And she don't look big to me. Shit, if I was that size, I'd be happy. I wouldn't be tripping. But she said that she can feel the 45 pounds that she has gained. So she want to get it off. And I'm the same way. Like I know that I have gained weight. So we are both working. My husband is doing T25, and I'm changing my diet and exercising. So I'm going to exercise every other day. And so it's going to be a exercise stretch during the week. Just moving every day and drinking more water and cutting out sodas and all of that kind of stuff. I know what to eat and what not to eat. And I think if she would change her diet to a more whole food, plant based diet, she would lose weight. Because I lost weight. I wasn't going to the gym, I wasn't working out, and the weight was falling off because of the diet, because of what I was eating, especially when I was doing the raw. When I was a raw vegan for a couple of months, I really lost weight on that because I was not eating any cooked food. So, no pasta, no rice, no bread, no crackers. I wasn't eating anything but fruits and vegetables. The only thing that I was eating that was processed was almond milk. And at the time, my husband was like, "We should make our own almond milk." I was like, "Oh my God." So, yeah, we were doing a lot, a lot. So, I don't know if I want to be that rigid again, but I want to get close. I want to be pescatarian or something, just not eat beef and pork and chicken, just eat fish and vegetables. Thank you. But the skin thing, um, I think that's genetic because the majority of people in my family have nice skin. Like, even though I have psoriasis, you wouldn't, you can't really see it, but I do have it on my arms and stuff. But I never really had acne and stuff like that. My skin has always been somewhat decent. And my mother had decent skin, my grandmother. So I think some of that is genetic. My kids, they didn't really have acne. They didn't have a lot of problems with their skin. So I think some of that's genetic. I really do. Because everybody in my family, we all basically, um, there's not anybody in my family that, I can really say have bad skin. So I think some of that is genetic. But I do drink a lot of water, and um I don't put a lot of stuff on my face. Like, I don't wear, it's very rare that I wear foundation. If I want to, go out and do something special, I'll wear foundation. I don't wear makeup often. I do not put a lot of things on my face. I do not wash my face with soap every day. Some days I just wash my face with water. It just depends on, if my face is oily or whatever. But I don't wash my face with soap every day. I'm very careful about what I use on my skin. I have decent skin. But decent skin runs in my family, I think. I think we all just have decent skin, which is good. It's a good thing. And the women in my family just look young. My mom did, my grandmother, I think she passed in her early 90s, and she still looked good. Like, she was still pretty. So that's my family. I did get one good thing from them because the rest of the stuff that I got from them was kind of janky. I'm not even gonna mention all the childhood trauma and stuff that that I got from them. I said, well, at least they gave me good skin. So I don't know. Kevin gone, y'all. I'm pretty sure by tomorrow we will probably get a um statement from the family. Intuitively in sync. I'm good. Chester said, I notice I have a much slimmer face when I go a week without sugar or salt. Oh yeah, we all do, because salt makes us retain water. When you first started the raw vegan diet, did you feel fatigued in the beginning? I did, but your body eventually, I think after you know, get all of that meat and stuff out of your system, because if you're eating uh what are they called, crucifix vegetables like broccoli, celery, that stuff cleans out your intestines and stuff. And so if you're eating those and it's getting everything out, because I'm telling you, when I first did started the raw diet, I didn't realize I could poop that much. You are going to poop. Like, you poop your whole life away. And after your body gets rid of all of that stuff, I think that's what makes you tired, because you're pooping so much. Yeah, all that fiber. You're pooping so much. And I think that's what, like, kind of throws your body into shock. Like, you're tired from all that pooping. But then after you get all that stuff out and your body just starts to poop naturally, because it ain't no problem, because your body is naturally going to release all of the vegetables and stuff, it don't take much for your body to process fruits and vegetables like it takes for it to process bread and pasta and meat. That stuff stays in your gut for a while. So after you start eating like fruits and vegetables, you're gonna go to the bathroom probably like an hour after you eat, and it ain't gonna be no problem. Your body gets really regular, and then your energy and stuff picks back up. So I had a problem at first, but then after my body got used to just the fruits and vegetables and water, and if I made juice, we had a juicer. I would like we were juicing like carrots and watermelon. We were making all kind of juices from the fruit and vegetables and stuff. And that's what we were drinking, not like store-bought juice with all that sugar and stuff. So your body gets used to that and you start to feel better. Your energy level changes from sugar it receives from fruit, then high fructose corn syrup, and the sugar that's in juice and stuff, because that's the majority of what it is. Like these over the counter juices, if you look at the ingredients, you're going to see that it's mostly water and sugar and maybe 2 or 3% fruit, which is nothing. Even orange juice, you think is real orange juice, and it's not. It's colored orange. It has some pulp in it, but it's water and some kind of orange flavoring and all these preservatives and stuff. If you want orange juice, get you some oranges and, get a juicer or squeeze them yourself and make you some orange juice, because that's the only way you're having real orange juice. If you look at any of those like vegan documentaries and you see what they put in the food, that was how we did it. We kept watching those vegan um documentaries. We started watching those and we just went crazy. When you start to really realize what they putting in the food and stuff. Let me see if I can find some of the ones that we watched. Forks Over Knives. Forks Over Knives was a good one. What the Health? That was a good one. I think Food Inc. and Cowspiracy. Those were all good. Because I think Cowspiracy was the one that showed like the cow from a calf all the way to slaughter. And when you see what our meat goes through to make it to your table, it will really make you not want to eat it. And we just kept watching those documentaries. That was how we stayed vegan. And we kept saying stuff like, meat is poison. And, we would go in the stores and we would be like, okay, that's poison. That's poison. And, that was how we stayed so focused. I don't know how okay. So this is how we got off. My husband got another job and my hair had started falling out like right in the middle. But I don't know if it was, really that, or if my thyroid was tripping too. But my hair was falling out and my husband started cheating. Not cheating on me, but he got another job. His work hours changed and he started like going to McDonald's and stuff. And then one day he came home from work and he told me, he was like, I went to McDonald's. And I was like, what? I've been sitting here eating salads and celery and drinking carrot juice, and you at McDonald's. And then I went to McDonald's. And then it was just a downhill, just snowballed, and things just like one thing piled on top of the next. And then this new thing came out, and don't you, babe, let's try and let's go here. It's somebody's birthday, and before you know it, we eating meat again. That's how it happened. I blame him. Every time something happened, if you hadn't have cheated, we would still be vegan. But I really don't want to be a crazy vegan like we were before. I don't want to do that, but I do want to be like pescatarian or something. He still does tofu. He likes it. He really likes tofu. He still does tofu. Um he is back to smoothies, and because he's doing T25 right now. So he is back to watching his diet. But he is eating meat. He is, you know, using meat as a protein source. There's a great food documentary centered on black people that I forget the name of it. Oh, well, find out and let me know. I love cucumber. Carrots are good for the liver, which helps hormones. I'm not really a carrots fan, but I do like cucumber. It is definitely difficult being vegan, especially if you have a family that has like functions, and you're going, because my kids were super mad at me the first holiday that I said there will be no turkey or ham, like they were legit upset because I think they thought that I was kidding. They were like, "Oh, when Thanksgiving comes, she gonna forget all about that vegan stuff," and I didn't. And they came to the house, and we had we had tofurkey, and we had like some kind of tofu ham and vegetables. I made yams and stuff, but it was more vegetables than it was anything else. And they legit were not happy because they wanted that turkey and ham, and there was no turkey and ham at my house. So they were mad at me. I like black bean burgers, but they have to be spicy. They have to be seasoned right. I don't like them plain. But yeah, I got off of bread and rice and everything. And it made a huge difference. Like my blood pressure was a lot lower. My A1C, even though my A1C is not high, it's still it got lower, everything. I love jalapenos. So, I mean, I'm going to be close. I'm just not going to be like a hardcore vegan like I was. But some of these, not some of these, all of these documentaries are really good. Oh, the first one I watched was Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. That was what got us started because that was after we watched that, we got a juicer. And we went and got the same juicer that the dude in the video had, which was the Breville. So we watched that. That was like the first one we watched. Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. So there's some other ones, cause oh, and we watch Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead too. And I think Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead is on YouTube. I think we watch Fast Food Nation. We watched a lot of these. And so I'm gonna tell my husband we need to watch them again because these are the type of things that will really make you think about like what is going on with the food, what kind of stuff they, put in the food and stuff. I do not like sushi. I just don't like the way it tastes. I can't get used to it. I don't know. I don't like it. And I like seaweed and stuff. So I don't understand why I don't like sushi, but I don't like it. And I've tried different types. Like my husband will eat it. I don't think he has one that he specifically likes the most, but if we go out to a restaurant, he will try it. My granddaughter loves it. Um, but I don't really like it. I don't like a whole lot of no, I don't like wasabi at all. I don't like a whole lot of fish. I just like I like crab, lobster, shrimp, but I don't like mussels and clams and oysters. I don't like none of those. Mm-mm. Octopus and no. I'm I'm old school when it comes to I'm old school. I just like fried fish or fish and chips or something like that. Something no, I'm not doing no squid. And what's them old rubbery things that what is that? Because my husband like it. It's fried and they look like little circles, and when you eat them, they taste like rubber. I know they squid. They some type of octopus or some child. Little look like little circles, and they fried. I don't know. I can't think of it, but whatever it is, my husband he like it. Soul food junkies, calamari. That's it. Every time we go to a restaurant, he let me soul food junkies. I'm about to look for it now. Yeah, he like calamari. Oh, okay. Okay, we're gonna have to watch it. It's on Prime, so I can watch that. I would definitely watch that because um what does it say? It says filmmaker Brian Hurt grew up eating lots of soul food, grits, scrambled eggs, covered with cheese, buttered biscuits, smothered with gravy, bacon, collard greens seasoned with ham hocks, fried pork chops, macaroni and cheese, deep fried chicken, fried fish, barbecue chicken, and ribs, candy yams coated with cinnamon and brown sugar and other delicious but fatty foods right out of the black southern tradition. Both of his parents are from Middleville, Georgia, a small southern town. It's a place where soul food is beloved by black and white folks alike. Soul food is a long held culinary tradition passed down from generation to generation and is a source of pride for many black people. Some soul food, depending on how it is prepared, can be good for you, but when it is cooked with lots of fat, sugar, and salt, which is often the case, it can lead to obesity and other health issues. Hurt can speak from personal experience. From his earliest memories, his father was overweight, his mom, the soul food chef. As an adult, growing concern about his father's health prompted her to confront him about his eating habits, but to no avail. Eventually, his father made small changes to his diet and began to exercise more, but the changes came too late in his life. In 2004, doctors diagnosed him with terminal pancreatic cancer, a virulent disease that disappropriately affects Black people. Statistically, Black Americans are more likely to die of the disease than whites. Damn, that's hell long. Soul Food Junkies sets out on a historical and culinary journey to learn about the soul food tradition and its relevance to Black cultural identity. Hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out because that sounds like it'll be good. Well, y'all, that's it. Look like Kevin went to be with the Lord. So I guess he'll go up there and plead his case in front of Jesus. Cause Jesus gonna be like, you sure did make a whole lot of people down there, man. What was you doing down there talking about them women like that? And he's probably gonna, you know, try to get Jesus to be on his side and tell him why he was, you know. Cause I think we all will have an opportunity to at least plead our case. Ain't that what they say? When we get to heaven, we'll be able to tell God why we did the things that we did to because just because he said because that's what somebody said on one of the threads that I was looking at. Well, I know he going to hell. Just because he said some things that people didn't like or he his approach may have been a little harsh does not mean that he's going to hell. Okay? He could have, who knows? That he could have felt that heart attack coming and been like, Jesus, please. And ain't that all it takes for you to acknowledge that you a sinner and you was gone, Phoenix? I thought you was just being quiet, girl. Just cause you talk reckless on earth don't mean you going to hell. Y'all need to stop doing that. Stop sending people to hell. Before you be the main one in hell, you gonna wake up in hell one day because you was the main one trying to send other people there. And stop worrying about what other people gonna spend their eternity. You worry about yourself. Stop worrying about where other people going. You don't like them no way. So you don't have to worry about where they going. Don't worry about me. Because I'm like my mama. I'm like them. I'm like them old Black people. I didn't got my ticket. I got my ticket. So you can think I'm going one place or I ain't going where you think I didn't already purchase my ticket. I'm going to heaven. Okay. I done already got my seat and everything. Me and my husband, we gonna be sitting next to each other because we done already talked about it. We gonna be sitting next to each other talking shit. Gizmo gonna be there. My other dog, Gizmo. My cat, Cuda Bear. So I know they waiting on me. So that's that. You can she going to hell. She be having them cards and this and that and the other. I'm gonna beat you to heaven. I'm gonna be there with Jesus when you get there. Yep, that's her. She was talking about me, Lord. Don't let her in here. Don't let her in, Jesus. She was talking shit about me when we was on earth. She said I wasn't gonna get here. Hi. You know I'm gonna be crazy if I get to heaven before you do. You know I'm gonna be in there talking shit. So, so he probably, he probably in heaven now, telling the Lord what happened, telling him, I thought I was, I'm in heaven. That's all you can do. He gone. Look like he gone for real. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is my stretch day. So I'm not going to exercise tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm just going to do my stretches because I'm telling you, when I got back from that walk this morning, I was sweating. I told my husband, I was like, I almost called you to come get me. You just heard Dark Goddess? Yeah, child, Kevin gone, girl. He done went on to glory. He done went to glory, girl. Cause I'm not the one to put people in hell. I hate when people do that. So whenever somebody go, they go on to glory. As far as I'm concerned. Oh, you had a call? I'm tired too. Cause you know that edible didn't even kick in, girl. I didn't even feel it. Unless I did and I didn't know. I don't think it kicked in now. So I'm probably just going to take Gizmo. Gizmo, you wanna go outside? Y'all know Gizmo ain't eating his food, right? The doctor, he goes back either Monday or Tuesday. They put him on that Hill Science diet and he do not like it. And he is not eating that shit. So he been having an attitude with me and everybody else because we won't give him his regular food. And I don't, child, this dog driving me crazy. What happened? Kevin dead, girl. Kevin did had a heart attack and died. Kevin had a heart attack, girl. That's what they think. They think he went into cardiac arrest. And he gone to glory. He went to glory, girl. Let me see, did the shade room find? No, the shade room still ain't said nothing. They still ain't saying nothing. And I know they know. They ain't said nothing yet. That's weird. What if he really ain't dead? Gizmo, girl, he is mad. And he can't have no chicken. He can't have chicken. He's not, they say chicken is the thing that most dogs who have food allergies are allergic to. So they don't want him to have chicken uh or beef right now. So he's on the Hill Science skin diet. So I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do with that dog, but that food costs $50. You gonna eat that food? You are going to eat that food. So I don't know. So he mad. He got attitude with everybody. It's about to storm. It's nice here. It's a little windy, but um it's nice. You wanna know how heaven fits in with the ancestral realm? What do you mean? You think the ancestors went somewhere separate from heaven? They went to heaven. That's where they at. They all in heaven. They all walking around heaven. That's my theory. Well, what the Bible says that the dead in Christ shall rise when Christ returns. So the ancestors are asleep until Christ come back. So they're in what's considered eternal rest. And then when Christ comes back, he's going to raise them up. So the ancestors are resting. They're in that they're sleep. So it's different. But what I say, like gone on to glory, means that he's, with the Lord. So he's with the ancestors. He's sleep too. Yeah, he said, "Give me back my regular food. I don't want this. I No one told you to buy this." Cause he picky anyway. Well, it's kind of like the ancestors are kind of like what you would kind of look at it as like a holding area until Christ returns. So they're all asleep. They're all in their eternal rest until the return of Christ, and then the dead in Christ shall rise. So I guess if you outside of the will of the Lord, when you die, you just go to hell. But the dead in Christ shall rise when Christ returns for the church, which is the Christians. Does that make sense? It do to me. It makes sense if you don't think about it. If you think about it too hard, it will confuse you. But I always say when people die, they go to be with the Lord, but actually they're just going to go to sleep. And then they gonna be with the Lord when the Lord comes back for the church. If that's your belief, because we all have different belief systems. So that's my belief. How am I gonna do him like a baby? What am I gonna do? I done tried to add water to the food. I done tried everything, and he don't want it. He he don't want it. He don't he will, like, I will say, "Come on, baby, your food is ready." I'll like add some water to it and stir it up and stuff. And sometimes I'll add crumple up some cheese and put it in there. And he'll eat the cheese and leave the dog food. Or this dog is so smart. If the cheese is like connected to the kibble, he will put the whole thing in his mouth, get the cheese off, and spit the kibble on the floor. So when I go over there to check his bowl, he's got all his kibble on the floor where he's, sucked the juice or sucked the cheese off the kibble and spit the kibble out. So I don't know what to do. I'm confused. But we're gonna take him back to the doctor Monday. He has a return visit. It's either Monday or Tuesday. And I'm gonna ask the doctor, is it something else that he can eat? Because I know that they do have food at the vet in like the they have it in like the refrigerator section, and it's like some type of vegetables or something. And somebody told me to cook him some um either sweet potatoes and see if he'll eat salmon or rice, or I know he'll eat rice, but I have to see if he's supposed to, um, if he's allergic to grain. Is he supposed to stay away from grains? And I don't know, Jeff. I know this dog driving me crazy. I would have a dog with skin issues. I would. So he gonna have to eat that food because that food was $50 a bag. You gonna eat that food. And my husband is just like, put it down there. He get hungry enough, he'll eat it. But as the mother, you don't want your child, if your child is used to eating at a certain time, and you know that he normally eats in the morning and then he eats again in the evening. And if he didn't eat his morning food, then you're like, okay, I know he hungry, but he'll probably eat it at like 11 o'clock tonight or something. He'll probably eat something. He ate a little bit. He just didn't eat like the whole thing. It's not like he's starving completely, but he's not eating as much as he normally eats. So that's what um your little bad friend is doing. So we'll see each other tomorrow, y'all. I'm pretty sure by tomorrow we'll probably be got some more news about what happened and everything, because it's still real quiet. It's still, not like um a whole, I mean, it's people talking about it, of course, but it's not like a whole lot of information yet. And I'm nosy. I'm like, I want to know everything. Yeah, he gonna have to. He gonna have to eat it. He don't have no other choice. You won't eat that food unless the vet say, to give him something else. But I'm like, we paid $50 for that food. We're trying to figure out how to make him eat this. So if I can, tomorrow I'm gonna try to like make him some potatoes or something, and add it to it and see if because he does like potatoes. So I'll figure out something because he gonna eat that food. I ain't paid all that money for that food to just sit there. You gonna eat that food? Shit, I mean that. I'm finna go, y'all. What time is it? It's 8:45. Um, it's too late for me to take a nap. I just gotta stay up now until like 12. That's not bad. I'll stay woke. I'll probably crochet for a little while. I wanted this one to be bigger than the little short ones that I normally make. I want this one to be like a little bit longer. I don't know how big this is so far. So I'll probably crochet a little bit. This is the color that I'm using. I don't even know what color that is. Mandala. What color is it? Serene. The color is Serene. This is by Lion Brand. So that's that. Yeah, it's gonna be cute. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more. Some of the yarn has like that sparkle in it, and I'm kind of running out of that. And that's a yarn that's made by Hobby Lobby. So I'll probably go and get some more this weekend. So that's it, y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna watch a couple more videos and see if other people are talking about him. And that's gonna be it. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for staying with me for over an hour. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.